Hello friends, welcome to LeggLife. It is good to see you. We have missed you, and I feel like there's so much stuff to update you on. I have a trip to Colorado coming up later this week that I booked last minute. We'll tell you all about that. We had friends that visited here this last weekend that we just absolutely love and had so much fun with. Sherri and I battled some sickness. My gosh, there's just so much going on. But I am going into the office right now because I got a little bit of work to do here. And then I'm going to get my hair and beard trimmed. Look, like, what is that? That's insane. That shouldn't happen. Normally before trips, I wait until the very last minute and I end up having to go somewhere that just like can get me in. And it doesn't always end up being the best, best job. There are two people that I trust the most with my hair and beard. Number one is our friend Amanda. You guys know Amanda. You love Amanda. When I can't get into her, there's a guy here in Anchorage whose name is Andrew Von Dinklage, and Andrew's at a place called AK Fades, and he's amazing, and I was able to get into him today. So we're gonna go get a haircut, beard trim. We're gonna see Sherri a little bit later. We're just gonna update you guys about all of the things that have been going on with us, but first, into the office. Okay, I just walked into our office and there is no one here, but it smells like microwave popcorn. Somebody must have been here like very recently, because there is a distinct microwave popcorn smell in here. I don't have a ton of stuff to do here in the office today. I actually did most of the work this morning from home from my laptop, which was amazing. I just have some reimbursement requests that I need to approve. I've got some checks that I need to sign. I've got some grant stuff that I need to do. So a little bit of work, and then we're gonna go fix. We're gonna try to fix this. All right, work is officially done. Feels nice to have that finished for the day. Now, let's go get my hair cut. Okay, we've arrived, AK Fades. Time to let them work their magic. And just like that, oh my gosh, so much better. I feel a million times better. I had him leave my beard a little bit longer. I didn't go quite as short on my beard as I normally do, but I actually had him go shorter on my hair than I normally do, and I love it. Oh, I feel so much better. I feel so much better. So I get to cross that off the list. It is 3 p.m. now. I have a couple more things I need to do. I need to go to the post office, and then I need to think about what we're doing for dinner. I'd like to have dinner going when Sherri gets home, so I need to think about that. Here is parcel locker number 1 and number 2. Well, as much as I want to open these right now, I think we're going to wait for Sherri to get home from work and we'll go through this stuff together. I'm excited to go through those packages with Sherri when she gets home. A couple things we have to do before we go home. Number 1, I have had no coffee energy stuff today. I need something. So my first stop is actually going to be right behind me, Java the Hut. I'm not gonna get coffee. I'm not really feeling coffee. I think I'm feeling, I feel like a Lotus. Lotus is like a plant-based energy drink that I have been obsessed with lately. So I think I'm going to get a pink Lotus with watermelon. Feels very summery, and it just doesn't yet here in Anchorage. So that's what I'm gonna get. Then we need to go to the grocery store to buy stuff for dinner. I still don't know what we're gonna have. My plan is to go to the grocery store, see what they have, see what sounds good, and buy that, and then go home and make it before too long. It's almost 4 o'clock now. Sherri will be home, I would imagine, sometime after 5, so I'd like to have dinner going when she gets there. So we're gonna stop at Java the Hut, we're gonna go to the grocery store, we're gonna go home. Okay, my drink is acquired. I've already had some, as you can see. And I forgot that Tuesdays are double stamp day at Java the Hut. So I got 2 stamps for this bad boy, which is awesome. Except, as you know, if you've watched our channel, we have a horrible problem about not using our filled up punch cards. There is 1 filled up punch card for Java the Hut. There's a 2nd filled up punch card for Java the Hut. There's a 3rd filled up punch card for Java the Hut, and then I started a 4th one. And here's the thing. I'm driving Sherri's car today. She has the Jeep. The Jeep has even more. I think the Jeep probably has 4 or 5 filled up cards from there. I don't know why we don't use them. I don't know. Let's go grocery shopping. I just talked to Sherri on the phone before I went into the store, and she reminded me there's a few other things we need here as well. So not a huge shopping trip, but definitely more than just dinner. So as I started thinking about things for dinner, I started thinking about steak. And so that is what I'm going to make. It sounds so good. So I've got some of this cut up, just like zucchini, yellow squash, mushrooms, and onions. I will cook that up as a side dish. Now to figure out what steaks you want for dinner. I think I have everything that I needed. I've got some stuff for lunches for Sherri this week. I've got more bagels, which we were out of. I've got the steaks. So I think we're gonna head home. I'm pretty sure Sherri would definitely approve of the reusable shopping bag I chose today. I'm home, groceries are put away. My plan was to start dinner, but I just talked to Sherri a little bit ago and asked her if she was hungry, if she wanted me to have dinner ready when she got home, and she said, I'm actually not hungry, so I'm not gonna start dinner yet. I will wait to do that for a little while until she's home. I am, however, gonna start making some lunches for her. This weekend was crazy, more about that later, and we didn't have time to like meal prep for this week. So today I think Sherri took leftovers for lunch. We have leftovers I think for tomorrow. I have one like salad for one of these days, but we need like 2 more days of lunch. So I'm just gonna cook up some chicken thighs, veggies, all that kind of stuff. Super quick, easy lunch, and I think I can have that done maybe before she gets home or about when she gets home. So I'm just gonna keep it super simple. I have like 4 chicken thighs here. I'm gonna do in the air fryer with some seasoning, show you all that. And then I bought, this is the pack of veggies that I'm gonna make with the steak tonight. And it was buy 2, get 1 free. So I got a 3rd one that I'm going to use as a side with the chicken. I'm gonna cook the veggies in like garlic butter, and then I'm going to add teriyaki to it, so like a teriyaki vegetable. And so on the chicken, I covered them in this ginger teriyaki, this dry rub. You can see how that kind of looks in there. So now I'm gonna put this in for about probably 15 minutes. So now we've got butter going in there with some of this roasted garlic that I added. Now I'm just going to dump the veggies into that. Probably should not have that in there. What do you think? Most likely not. And then we're just gonna toss those in there. I will say, just the butter and that roasted garlic, our house smells amazing. Like, it is the best smelling stuff. Okay, now we're just gonna cook those right in there. And then I will add the teriyaki sauce more near the end, because if I add it now, it's going to burn in the pan. And I want this to just kind of like cook in the butter and garlic for a while it cooks down, and then we'll add the teriyaki closer to the end. Look how good that looks. So now I'm actually just gonna add, not a lot, just something like that of teriyaki sauce. And I don't want to cook this too long because I don't want that to burn. I just want it to kind of like soak up and cook in the flavor for just a minute. And then I'm going to turn this off, and these, oh my gosh, I kind of want to eat them right now, are going to be all done. Lunches for the next couple days are done. Look how good that looks. The chicken looks amazing. The veggies look so good. I, confession, did try several of them, and they are very, very good. That was simple. So a couple lunches done, and Sherri is not even home yet. I'll also send like a little cup of teriyaki sauce with Sherri if she wants to dip her chicken in it, something like that. I really enjoy cooking. I don't feel like I'm great at cooking. I feel like I am, what would the word be? I'm passable. Like, I know enough, and I'm learning more and more, and I'm feeling more comfortable. Sherri doesn't love to cook, and so for me to come home, if I'm home before her, I guess why in the world wouldn't I help out, take something off her plate that she doesn't want to think of and doesn't enjoy thinking of, so I get to help her that way. So lunches, I think for the whole week now, actually are finished, which is great. I feel really good about that. Okay, so I just sat down in the studio because I wanted to update you on something I kind of referenced earlier, and that's the fact that I am going back to Colorado. I booked my ticket earlier this week to fly down there. Mom had a really hard weekend this last weekend. She was released from the hospital last Friday. Weekend is really tough, and this next weekend is Mother's Day, and gosh darn it, I want to be with my mom on Mother's Day. If there's one thing that this whole season and health crisis has shown me, it's something that I think all of us know, is to not take moments for granted. And so I have a chance to spend Mother's Day with my mom, and I'm gonna go down and do it. So super excited to be there. Sherri's been like, it's crazy how supportive. She's like, of course you're going. It's like, Sherri wasn't even an option. She's like, yes, go be with your mom on Mother's Day. So I'm flying down there, gonna spend 5-ish days with her, and then I will be flying back home. So we're just gonna hang out. I'm gonna do whatever chores she has for me or needs done around the house. Flying into Denver and then driving to Pueblo this time, so a little bit different of a trip than last time. And I just can't wait. As soon as I booked the ticket, like as soon as I hit like buy on the Alaska Airlines website, I had this confirmation that it was the right thing I was supposed to do. I will never regret going and spending this time with mom. I know that. So can't wait. Gonna bring you guys along, and I'm just excited to be back down there with her. I hear somebody coming in the door. Hi. Hi. Sherri Beth, how was work today?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Productive?
Sort of.
Anything fun happen? What was the highlight?
We had a miscommunication about a vehicle.
Uh-oh.
Kind of funny. So we thought that it was stolen because the words were, this vehicle was stolen.
Oh no.
And so we thought that it was stolen.
Yeah.
The plate, just the plate.
Oh. That is very different.
Yeah. So we spent quite a bit of the day trying to figure out what exactly was happening with this mess, but we figured it out. And it's in like Canada, so it's not like we can just like go out to the, yard and see.
You have to go trudge around the Yukon to find this vehicle. Oh my gosh.
So we figured it out. It's just the plate that was stolen.
And you texted me a sad picture this morning. So it's been fun because right outside your office window are trains.
Yeah.
And you texted me a picture. You're like, the train's gone.
They took my train.
They took my train.
Yeah, I did notice that one of the trains, I'm guessing probably the one that's usually right by my window, is actually in place, like, for passengers.
Oh.
So when I passed that building, I was like, ooh, there's a train there. And then I got to my building, and I was like, there's no train there. So
that's exciting, though.
It really relocated.
That means the trains are about to be full of people.
I know.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
All right, we got some mail today.
Yeah.
Don't know what it is. Let's go through it. Also, I told Sherri, I didn't even show you guys this today. While I was out and about today, one of the things that I wanted to get, I was gonna say needed to get, not a need. I have a pair of just like white tennis shoes, but they're pretty smudged and pretty beat up. And the thing about all white shoes is they're awesome when they're all white, but it doesn't take a lot.
Which is why I don't own any.
Yeah, because of that. And so I needed a pair of all white shoes. I went to Famous Footwear. So I wear a size 14. Not
It's hard to find anywhere in town.
Not the easiest size to find.
Yeah.
So I went to Famous Footwear and I was like, I'm just gonna look. They had a pair of all white Nikes. I am in love with these. And in my size 14.
Sweet.
Never happens. So I bought them. So
Very proud of
do you approve?
Yeah.
Okay. Missy also approves because she also likes wearing all white shoes.
And scarf.
As you can see. So we have 3 things here: a card, a envelope, and a box. However, this came here today, Sherri Beth. This is from Sandy Carter. It is a cruise line approved, like wall surge protector outlet thing. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Are you struggling with the box?
I really am.
It does appear so. Because outlets are always an issue
Scarce.
on cruise lines. And so she found one online that is not a surge protector because you can't have those.
Right. Oh, that's cool.
But it's cruise line approved. I love that, Sandy.
Nice. Thank you, Sandy.
You're the best. Now these other 3 things, I'm not exactly sure what they are, so let's open them and see. And actually, Sherri just pointed out we have 4 things. So we have 2 envelopes, the card, and the box. All right, so this is sweet. It's a card to you.
Yeah. From Paula Rice. It's a handmade card, and I love these. Look how cute. It's a ship. It says home adventure journey at the sea.
All about your new job. Enjoy your new
job.
journey. That's nice.
Cute.
Thank you, Paula. In one of the envelopes, looks like an Amazon gift card. What? Let's open this up. There's like No card.
No, we don't know who it's from.
Who sent this to us?
Thank you.
Is this from you?
I don't.
Let us know in the comments below. Now everybody's gonna claim it. They're like, oh, totally.
Me.
There was no note in there. So whoever sent us an Amazon gift card, thank you. And I'm kind of confused about this one because I want to show this. It is from the Alaska Native Language Center in the University of Alaska Fairbanks. Super curious to see what this is. Okay, this is hilarious. So I have a work P.O. box for the nonprofit.
Well, you also checked today, apparently.
No, I didn't check this today.
Oh.
That is only a few numbers different than our P.O. box.
Oh, funny.
This is actually a work thing. It's super cool. It is from the Alaska Native Language Center at the University of Alaska Fairbanks. It is a giant map, and I can't open it up. It's the Indigenous Peoples and Languages of Alaska map. I wish I could open this. It is so, so cool. It shows all of the different regions of our state, the indigenous people of that region, and the languages that are spoken. We're going to have it laminated and put up on the wall in our office.
Very cool.
However, they delivered it to our personal P.O. box.
Because it does have your name on it.
It does have my name on it. It does say Adam Legg, but like work P.O. box, not personal.
That's funny.
I did not think it through when I got them set up so close together. Now we're gonna open the next gift. Here's Sherri with a knife. Oh God, okay. What do we have here?
Ooh.
Wait, San Francisco coffee.
Hawaiian blend and French roast.
Oh my gosh, is there a note?
Again, no.
You guys!
Y'all!
Thank you. It's so nice. You guys spoil us so much. But we don't know, I have no clue who in the world sent us 3.5 pounds of San Francisco Bay coffee.
That's the thing, we know a lot of people in the Bay Area, so it's not even just be like, oh, this is from them, clearly.
But here's the thing, this is from Amazon. It could literally be from anyone in the world. Ooh, so it's Hawaiian blend, and it is the French roast. Thank you. But what are you doing?
I'm cutting.
Sounds like toots. I'm gonna be totally honest with you.
I just stabbed myself, it's fine.
Oh my lord. Sherri's like poking the little air. Let me show you. You're like poking the little air thing?
Yeah.
And you stabbed yourself?
I did.
Okay.
It's fine.
Obviously we left the house. And I was gonna have you guys guess where we are. There's no real need to guess. Sherri, where are we?
Barnes & Noble.
As always. Why are we at Barnes & Noble?
Well, because there's a book that came out a week ago that I have not gotten yet.
Okay.
That I really want.
What is it called?
Practice Makes Perfect.
Okay, who's it by?
Sarah Adams.
You've read other books of hers?
Yes, so this is a continuation and kind of a book 2 of When in Rome.
Oh.
Which I read on our cruise in December, I think. Because it is the book that I ruined.
Oh, it's the book that got wet in the beach bag?
Yep. Yeah.
I remember it. Do you guys remember that?
I need to replace that book, but also I need to get book 2.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So we're here for 2 books?
Well, maybe.
Okay. Before we go in, I told them earlier we had friends visit this last weekend.
Yeah.
So a lot of you will know Cam and Laura and Scott and Mary. They had like 2.5 days here in Anchorage. We got to spend with them, and they are just
the best.
When you start a YouTube channel, one of the things that we didn't expect was the depth of relationship that we would build with certain people.
Yeah. And
Cam and Laura and Scott and Mary are among a select group of people that, for whatever reason, the connection is just like family level.
Yes, correct.
Like it is just crazy. When we're with them, it is so amazing. We actually had a ton of fun. And here's what I want to say. We didn't pick up the vlog camera at all.
Nope.
And honestly... Laura vlogged. Honestly, I loved that.
Yeah, and like it was the kind of thing that I feel like there were a few times as we were leaving the house where I was sort of thinking, should we bring the camera? And I was like, I don't know.
It felt really good to just be with friends.
Yeah.
Without like having to make content as well. But what was funny is that one of the things we did with them is we went to the Alaska Aviation Heritage Museum. Which is one of the things we talked about wanting to do and vlogging, and we did not vlog it. But we did it. So it was amazing. It was a lot of fun. I would like to go back there and vlog it because it was so cool. Yeah. We had reindeer dogs with them. We had Moose's Tooth Pizza with them. I also told them, Sherri, that we battled a bit of a sickness.
Yes. I feel like you can probably still hear it in my voice a little bit. I feel like my voice is a little deeper than it usually is.
Okay, Adele.
You know, but I'm feeling much better. I actually haven't taken any cold medicine yet today. I haven't felt like I've needed it, which is great. So
that is great. You had it for like a week-ish?
Yeah, a little over a week.
I had it for
like 3 days.
I was gonna say like 3 days, much shorter than you did.
Which is fairly typical.
Yeah, things don't hold on as long for me.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the update. We just got off the phone with my mom, and your first word when we got off the phone.
She sounds so much better. It
Oh.
was heartbreaking talking to her this past weekend.
This weekend was tough. Like there were multiple times that I was like, should I get on a plane and fly there right now? Like should I literally just like leave right now?
Right.
And to hear her, just the life in her voice today was just.
Right. Yep. So much better.
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where, like, she has cancer. There's going to be pain. The pain isn't going away, but we can do a better job of managing the pain. And I feel like that is now, like, the plan that is in place as of today is the plan that is actually working.
Yes.
Which makes me so happy because now I feel like I don't want to be in pain. I don't want my mom to suffer, of course, right?
Right.
And so the fact that now there's this combination of lots of things that is actually working.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I am just
making her feel better.
That's all I want.
She sounds better, and yeah, it's just.
Also, we have an idea. We have a tattoo idea. Should we talk about this?
We can.
Okay, so I was thinking the other day that when I go to Colorado this weekend, I was like, you know what? I should get a tattoo on down there. I was like, what am I gonna do in Colorado? Because there's times that mom's sleeping, mom's napping. We want her to rest as much as possible. And so I want to get out and I actually want to do some vlogging around Pueblo. Because I think Pueblo's kind of dope. And not a lot of people know that. And so, but then I was also like, I should get a tattoo. But then I was like, it would be cool to get a tattoo that was something that reminded me of my mom or a message that she's given throughout my life, all of that kind of stuff. And so we started talking about this.
Yep.
And one of the messages that my mom has beaten into my skull throughout my whole life is this thing, and here's what I've heard my whole life. If I would like respond in kind of a jerky way to something, she'd say, Adam, what side of the fence are you on? That's what I'd always hear. And here's what I knew what that meant. And I've talked about this before, maybe on a vlog or a podcast. She'd always talk about the fence growing up. That everything in life, you're approaching it from the love side of the fence or the fear side of the fence, right? From like joy or worry, from light or darkness, from love or hate, from whatever you want to say, right? There's two sides of this fence. What side are you on and what side are you approaching this from?
Right.
And it's so funny because as a kid, I remember thinking, shut up about the fence. like just enough about this fence. As I've gotten older, there have been so many times that I'm like, crap, my mom was right.
I'm choosing the fear side of the fence.
I'm on the fear side of the fence. Like I'm on the wrong side of the fence and I just know it. And so
and it's something that we've kind of incorporated into our marriage as well.
We talk about this a lot.
Yep.
Like, what side are you on? What side of the fence are you on?
So, was it last night or this morning?
Oh gosh, I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Yeah.
Last night or this morning, you were talking about wanting to get a tattoo. And you just said, and I'm thinking about getting a fence. And I immediately knew what you were talking about. I was like, oh, I love that. And so at work, with a little bit of the downtime that I had, I just sketched out a little... like a little sketch of it.
So you think you have the design for the fence tattoo you want to get?
I think so, yeah.
I don't know that I have the design totally that I want to do. I might do Sherri's. I might do something a little bit different. But we were thinking like, what a cool thing. Number one, to just like have this reminder of this message that is so important on our body. What a cool like reminder of just like this message that mom has given me my whole life.
Yep.
And I think I would like to try, I don't know if it's gonna be possible, I think it'd be cool to get my tattoo in Pueblo this weekend.
Yeah.
Just because like it's the town she lives in. I was looking at tattoo studios online today. So fingers crossed it can happen. If not, maybe we'll go get it together back here at home.
Yeah. And honestly, if you can get in Pueblo, I might see if I can get in somewhere here.
So fence tattoos.
Yeah.
I just love like the reminder of looking down at it, and every time I see it, it's a reminder of like, wait, where am I at? What side of the
And
fence
the
am I
thing
on?
is, like, it's the kind of thing that I think makes a really good tattoo because it has a story.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, I mean, people are gonna be like, why do you have a fence?
Well, let me tell you.
Let me tell you. So, I think that it's an interesting kind of tattoo.
Now, here's what I want to know, you guys. Where should we get it on our body? Because we've gone back and forth on where this fence tattoo needs to be. Because to me, it needs to be somewhere that I can look down and see it. Because this to me is a reminder to myself, right? Of this truth, this message, this thing. And so I want it somewhere that to me is visible.
Okay.
Where do you guys think we should get it?
So I was thinking wrist here, or like this forearm.
Forearm?
This forearm's already taken.
Yep. So I don't know.
But I don't know. I agree. Like I want it somewhere that I can see it.
Tattoos. I'm very excited about this tattoo.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun.
Like as soon as we started talking about it, it was just like, this makes the most sense.
Yep.
A tattoo of a fence.
Yeah.
How random, but what a cool story.
What a cool story.
Let's go buy some books.
Yeah.
I saw a meme online the other day that made me absolutely laugh. That was trying to get people to start believing that Barnes & Noble are the same two guys as founded Dave and Buster's. Dave Barnes and Buster Noble. So I say we go with that, you guys. They did not have the book that Sherri was looking for.
Oh, I looked on the app a couple of days ago and I haven't looked again.
So they have more on the way. So they're holding it for you. However, I found 2 books.
Yes.
You guys, Adam's reading renaissance continues. I found this book, Shutter. I'm excited about this. And I was actually very excited about this until I found this book. It's a book about Alaska and murder. And it just looks so unbelievable. And here's the thing, you guys. It has super short chapters, which is one of the things I need. So I think this is actually going to be the book that I bring on my trip this weekend. So I'm going to start this book next. I'm going to finish the book I'm currently reading, then I'm going to read this. I'm also going to get that. Okay, what did you just say?
This is the book I'm reading right now.
Maggie Moves On. Is it good?
It's really cute, yes.
Yeah.
That's Kevin.
The dog is Kevin?
Yes.
Adorable. Well, things have taken a turn. Sherri has...
Your fault.
This is my fault, actually. We were standing here in the YA section, and I saw these books up top, and one of the things I can always tell with Sherri is, like, the cover of a book, a lot of times will tell me whether she would like it. So, like over here, as I'm looking at these, I'm like, Aurora Rising, nah, it doesn't really feel like such a Sherri thing. You own it?
I haven't read it yet, but I own it.
It's
because
creepy.
Christmas said it was really, really good.
Well, we trust Christmas. But like the Iron King, that's totally a Sherri, like, cover. So these over here, I was like, Furyborn. Then I said, The World Will Fall, 2 Queens Will Rise. Sherri loves books like that. It looks like it was a trilogy. And so you had never heard of them.
I've never heard of them, so I looked on Goodreads, and they have really good reviews.
And they're actually really cheap.
And they have all 3.
And they have all 3 of them. And they're all the same size. Yes. Which these I've learned. Okay, so you're getting those. We got books. Are you happy?
Yeah, always.
See? That makes it all worth it. Okay. All right, Sherri.
Well, yes. So I just want everybody to know how much I love you.
Oh, you love me so much.
So much.
An unquestionable amount.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he asked me to bring his book down.
For a reason.
For a reason we're going to talk about here in a minute. So I went upstairs and I got it from your bedside table.
Yep.
And I noticed that there was a piece of toilet paper stuck in as the bookmark.
Of course there is. Toilet paper makes the best bookmarks.
Okay. Now I will say, like, we have talked about this. I have an entire drawer full of bookmarks.
I know right where it is.
You sure do.
Yep.
And I do appreciate that you don't, like, fold down the pages. Like, you'll just find any...
I'm not a monster, Sherri.
Fully appreciate that. You'll just find any whatever to, like, put in as a bookmark.
If I am at a stopping place, it is whatever the closest flat thing is. An old piece of mail, a piece of toilet paper.
Yeah, here's the thing, though.
Yes.
So I noticed that there was a piece of toilet paper sticking up out of the top of this. And I picked up the book, and underneath the book was a bookmark. Which means that you probably had to, like, reach or go get toilet paper.
Probably. I don't know.
The bookmark itself.
Okay, there's not a rational reason for most of what I do. Let's just go back to
really cute.
Let's just go back to focusing on the "you love me" part. Because in moments like this, you just need to remind yourself, I love him. I love him.
Sure do.
Okay, so now the reason we brought the book down is on the car ride back home from the bookstore, you opened up this new series you got.
I did.
And you read the first line.
I did.
And it's a good first line.
Good first line.
All right, give it to us.
It says, the queen stopped screaming just after midnight.
What a good first line.
Like, that makes me want to keep reading.
Yes, and I feel like the first line of a book really does, I'm kind of flipping in mine, the first line of a book really does set the hook.
Yeah.
In some ways.
Yeah.
So I'm currently reading a book called Crazy Horse by James Patterson. I'm on chapter 19.
Crazy House, but yep.
Crazy House by James Patterson. That's what I said. And it also has a good first line. It says, "Thank God for programmable coffee makers. That's all I want to say."
I mean, same.
Well, okay, this is funny because we haven't talked about this, but we did get a new coffee maker.
We did, because ours went kaput.
After how many years?
Like 12 or 13. We had it for a very long time.
And we looked at buying just the newer model of our coffee maker. It was like $299 online, $279, something like that.
Which felt a little bit much.
It felt a little much. So we went to Costco, and they had this Ninja Dual Brew.
I feel like it's more than dual.
So it does full pots of coffee. There's also an insert we can put right in here that does pods of coffee.
And it will also do individual cups.
Individual cups of coffee. It has a built-in frother right there. It's got the water reservoir over there. So far, we have been pretty impressed.
I've been very happy with it, and it does set. So I can set it for the morning, which I did not do this morning, and I was like, ah!
Because according to my book, thank God for programmable coffee makers. That's all I have to say.
Correct.
One more thing in this book.
Yep.
On the car ride home that you were kind of nerding out about.
Yeah.
What is this?
I love maps.
Okay, so I've got to say, it actually wasn't until Auburn came and stayed with us that I learned the importance of maps in books.
And we have had this discussion because I love maps in books.
I don't...
I want to be able to, like, picture where things are occurring.
You explained it really well in the car.
Yes.
Tell me about this.
So, what's interesting about this is
I'm
that...
just going to kind of show it a little bit.
There is the Istian Sea. There's the Northern Sea.
Okay.
There's the Sea of Solara. Like, they're all kind of normal. But then there's the Silent Sea. There's the Sea of Songs. There's the Endless Sea. Like, the Sea of Bones. And that makes me even more interested to read the book because I want to know why those are named like that.
So
there's a reason that there's like the Northern Sea and then the Silent Sea.
I've never thought about maps as almost like hints to what will be included in the story. I just thought of maps as like, I don't know, reference. But it's interesting that you looked at that map and you're like, ooh, this makes me want to read the book more. And I was like, wait, what? Yeah.
But then I explained it and you get it.
I get it. Yeah. All right. Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Let's make dinner.
Okay.
So cooking is similar to the way I did the veggies for lunch earlier. Butter, some of the roasted garlic. But then for this one, I'm actually adding some of this Prince William Sound Salt Company roasted garlic sea salt. So there's the roasted garlic sea salt and then that roasted garlic stuff. Lots and lots of butter, garlic, deliciousness on the veggies. And I've got the steaks out over here, just kind of coming up to room temperature before I cook them in the cast iron pan. And on those, I'm going to also use, from Prince William Sound Salt Company, the Steakhouse Sea Salt and Pepper Blend. We bought this when we were down there in Whittier last weekend, or the weekend before, question mark. And so I've never used it before. Very excited about that. I've got the seasoning on there. Now I'm just going to kind of press it there into the steaks. Flip them over and do the exact same thing on the other side.
The veggies are looking and smelling amazing.
They are super good. So we're ready to put the steaks in. So I've got the cast iron oiled. I'm going to butter baste it, so I'll add pats of butter a little bit later. But first we're going to put the steaks in, and always, always, always drop them in away from you. You don't want to just like plop it in because you don't want the oil to like pop back at you. So when they go in, away. So So while dinner's finishing up, I asking Sherri to do something. I was on YouTube yesterday, I think, and I saw the trailer for the new movie, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which is like the latest Hunger Games book. It's the prequel, that's right, to the Hunger Games series. We both loved the books and the movies of the Hunger Games. I have not read The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, have you?
I have not read it. I own it, but I haven't read it.
Own it, haven't read it.
Yep.
I saw the trailer and I got so excited for this movie. I think it's like this November. Sherri's not seen the trailer yet, so she's about to watch it for the first time. I'm gonna need an honest reaction, okay?
Okay.
Okay, you just finished the trailer.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
It makes me want to read the book
Yeah?
before the movie comes out. I wasn't really sure, and honestly, I haven't wanted to read the book because it didn't get awesome reviews, and so I'm sort of like, oh.
My thought is that maybe the movie is going to be a lot better than the book, because the movie looks great.
The movie looks really good.
It's like, it's got original Hunger Game vibes.
Yes.
Oh, so excited.
Yeah.
Let me give you an update on the steaks. You can see I didn't have the pan probably quite as hot as I should have. We've got some nice coloring right there, kind of around the edges. Didn't quite happen here in the middle, so I should have had the pan a little bit hotter, but we are making good progress. So you can see I added some butter to it. And so now what I'm going to do is just baste this while this finishes.
Why does cooking butter smell so good?
Well, here's the thing. This is what we've cooked today in our kitchen. Basically butter and garlic. Right? Like everything we've had is like butter, garlic, this steak seasoning. I am really excited for dinner.
Me too.
These steaks look amazing. I just took them off the cast iron. I'm gonna let them sit for probably 5 minutes or so. Just let those juices in there settle so the steak doesn't dry out when we cut it open. While the steaks are resting, I got the cast iron all cleaned up. And that is one thing I'm looking forward to about going back to Colorado. My mom has the most amazing cast iron pan. Like, I don't know how she has cared for it this way. I don't know how it has turned out like it has. It is the smoothest, most beautiful cast iron pan you can imagine, and I love cooking with it when I'm there, so I'm excited to be able to cook something on her cast iron pan in just a few days, which is much, much nicer than ours. Just like that, dinner is served. It looks good, it smells good. Now we're gonna go eat it, and hopefully it tastes good. We just finished dinner, and I need Sherri Legg's comprehensive review about how it was.
Comprehensive? It was really, really good. The seasoning that we used on the steak was perfect. I was concerned that it would be, because you're not a big pepper fan. Yeah. And I was concerned it would be a little bit too peppery for you, but it wasn't. It wasn't. It was really good. Yeah. I actually wish that we had used it on the veggies as well. Oh. Yeah, that is because the veggies were good, but I feel like the steak had so much more flavor. I agree with you. That is a seasoning we will be buying from them again for sure. Yes. Yeah, that was such a good dinner. It was so good. All right, let's clean up. Yeah. That's where we're going to end the vlog. Just kind of a typical Wednesday? Tuesday? Tuesday. Wait, is it Tuesday? It's Tuesday today, yes. When this video is being posted, it's Wednesday. You're right. Yep. No, so there you go, friends. That says a lot. A typical Tuesday. Thanks for hanging out with us. Sherri Beth, highlight of today. Oh, I mean, dinner was really good. Dinner was really good. Yeah. It was really good. I think for me, highlight, the change in Mom's voice was just like, it was really, really good. We were actually talking about that at dinner again tonight, just like, what a breath of fresh air that was. Yeah. So probably the next vlog you see will be me getting ready for the trip to Colorado, and also starting to think about another trip that we have next week. Yes. It's going to be crazy, you guys. We'll tell you all about that in the next video. We love you, friends. We'll see you on Friday.